Well, joining me now is film director Aida Begic. Aida, thank you so much for joining us on Showcase. So you've been extensively involved with the Sarajevo Film Festival. What's your impressions on this year's edition?
Well, I started to work at this festival as a student, of course, in some different sections, and then I became a guest of the festival with my movies. And I continue to follow, of course, the program, but also this industry part. So for me, the busiest part of the festival is this industry part, because I have a lot of meetings, and I'm really using advantage of having so incredible professionals and people from all over the world to try to make a business, contacts, co-producers, sales, TVs, and so on.
So there's a special section for Bosnian filmmakers. What's your take on the Bosnian film scene?
Well, Bosnia's film scene is, if we talk about authors and this creative part, it's very strong and very important worldwide. But the thing is that industry-wise, it's very in danger. It's something that is really in danger. So our film fund and the cultural politics is becoming worse and worse, and I think in that aspect is becoming rather depressing. But we as more mature filmmakers are trying to fight to make better conditions for our young colleagues. So I really hope that, thanks to the help, of course, from people like Turkey and also some other countries, I think that it has a chance to grow.
So your films, such as Snow and Children of Sarajevo, is based on the Bosnian post-war situation. But your recent feature film, Never Leave Me, is based on Syrian refugees. How can you connect the films with each other? How are they similar to each other?
Absolutely, because I could even consider it as some kind of trilogy, because my first two films really stress the issue of females and children in an after-war situation and going through the traumas and so on, and also orphan issues. My third film is a Turkish film, basically. I mean, it's totally produced and financed from Turkey. It's called Bırakma Beni, actually. We say it in English, Never Leave Me. And it's talking about Syrian orphans living in Turkey. So what I had in mind as a need, because I was that kid during our war. So meeting the Syrian kids living in Turkey, somehow me and my crew coming from Bosnia could see ourselves in those kids. So I made for 1 year acting workshops with Syrian orphans in Turkey, and that's how I picked up my actors, kids actors. So this whole process was not just to make a movie, At the end of the day we made a movie, but this whole process was somehow healing process for us as people who had war traumas, and also for the kids who are at the moment in such a, complicated and complex state of mind. I had great experience working in Turkey. We made beautiful film that is talking about one very sad situation, but it's the movie about beauty, about human connection, about hope, love, friendship. So it's not some dark and depressing. So I'm inviting people to come and see it, because in this autumn it's going to have its world premiere in Turkey, and hopefully we go to distribution. So I hope that it will have really positive echo, because it's a movie that's about Syrian kids living in Turkey from a Bosnian perspective. And I think this is very unique, interesting, and important project in that sense.
Yes, of course it is. And is there any upcoming projects that you have that we should look out for?
Yes, I'm preparing something that I started before this project that I did in Turkey. And it's one really interesting poetic love story based on one oral poem that was it's folk oral poem, but it was something that belongs to the Ottoman period of Bosnia and Herzegovina. I will try to stress a little bit position of women. I hope it's going to be funny. I'm trying to go out from this only post-war issues. So I hope that this movie also comes soon to the market.
Hopefully. Well, thank you for joining us on Showcase today.
Thank you for inviting me.